and standing for what is right, standing courageously, and standing your ground.
That's right.
Because if you stand your ground, you will change this world.
That's right.
And we have some young men here who are willing, I know that, to stand their ground. To be men that are unashamed of being men. And men that are unashamed to be servants. And that's what makes it great. I'm going to talk to you about men, but in this brief speech that I have, I want to talk to you about three men. Three that changed the world. One of them's name was Shama, son of Agi. Another one was Sergeant Joe M Lopez. The other was Clarence Michael McCluskey. Do any of those names mean anything to any of you? Shama was an incredible man. He was a fighter. He was a warrior. But he was no one particular. One day during a battle with the Philistines, all of the Israelites were running, fleeing from the Philistines. They had taken over an entire area. And all of the Israelites were running from the battle. They turned the corner. As they turned the corner, there's this field, a lentil field, a bean field. And all of the Israelite soldiers ran. But Shama slowed down and stopped. Shama stopped. And he turned and he faced the enemy. When Shama turned and faced the enemy, he saw that mob coming towards him. But he planted his feet and said, "Thus far no more. I will run no further." And he stood and faced those Philistines, and he lined them up like cordwood. And when all the other soldiers saw that soldier, that Shama, stop and fight, they then turned and came back and fought. And there was a great victory that day because Shama, son of Agi, stood his ground and would not run from the battle. There's another young man that you guys need to know about. His name was Jose M. Lopez. He was part of the Army, not the Marines. They sometimes make good people too. I'm in trouble for that one. Well, this incredible Army man, I met him. He's this tall. At least he was. He was that tall. You look at him and you would not see anything. This a Medal of Valor winner? I'll tell you a little story about him. During the Battle of the Bulge, he was fighting the Germans, the Nazis. There was a huge push that started pushing through the line and actually caused the bulge, where you get the Battle of the Bulge. It pushed through. And if they had continued to push through, there was a certain vulnerable part at the end of the line that if they had gotten on their flank and came around, they would have been behind them. And you know what happens then once they get behind. Well, this young man, this incredible man, Jose M. Lopez, was a machine gunner. He left his machine gun place when he saw the other line falter. He took his machine gun, put it on his back, ran down the line, got to the end where they were about to be flanked by the Germans. He set up his gun, and under withering fire, not just machine gun fire, not just small arm fire, but tank fire, grenades were all exploding around him. He stood his ground. He set up his machine gun, and he stopped that. He officially killed 10 Germans that were about to break through. Then he reset the gun, ended up having to shoot some more. He killed another 50 with the machine gun, and another push came through. More and more. He ended up killing 100 German soldiers. He held his position and stopped that entire movement that they were coming through. They never breached his flank. They never got through. And because of him, because of his selfless acts, this one man, he saved his whole team.